Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Samantha Winona. And my channel is for bookish content, book hauls, TBRs, and weekly reading vlogs. So stick around. And if you can like and subscribe to the channel if you like the content, that'd be great. So I wanted to do a November wrap up. Today is officially December. And I am almost, I know the last vlog I said I was done with my Christmas shopping. I'm so close. I have one present left for my husband, and then I think probably one or two things for my mom, but other than that I am done, and so happy about that because while I love this time of the year, I like not having to rush to get everything last minute, and the stores start getting crazy up here this time of year, so I'm just trying to avoid all of that anxiety, and I think I did pretty good this year. But yeah, anyway, so let's get into my November TBR. So as you know, I finished 999 by Heather June Macadam last week and gave it 5 stars. It was my favorite of the month. Probably one of my favorites of the year. Emmett, stop. Here. Sorry if you could hear him licking his paw. Anyway, so it's rated 4.53 on Goodreads, which, I mean, makes sense. The writing was impeccable. I know I was a little scattered in the last video, but it's just hard for me to get my words across without giving too much away. I don't want to have any spoilers. I just want to basically just recommend the book. But yeah, the depth that she goes into in writing their day-to-day weekly struggles was just, it was horrifying, but it was so eye-opening. And I do think it's a book that's gonna last generations. I thought it was so well done. I can't praise it enough. I did read or listen to the Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. I listened to that on audiobook. I had 2 credits on Audible, and I used it on that, and I honestly wish I could get it back. I feel so bad. I don't know if it was the narrator. I feel like I've listened to her narrate before, so I don't think it was her. I did not connect with the story, and I know I'm in the minority for that, but it just wasn't I didn't finish it and feel in the holiday spirit. I was just okay. Alright. I mean, there was just nothing I don't know. I just don't think it was executed well. And I think definitely in the minority for that. I actually want to see if anyone has negative reviews on Goodreads, because so many have good reviews. No, I rated it 2. I said 2.5. It was okay for me, but nothing special. Everyone thinks it's cute, but I'm just not interested. Let's look at other 2 stars. Okay, so it says, I had a difficult time getting into the story, read the audiobook. Maybe that was the problem. I don't always appreciate adult people doing children's voices. That's very true. I agree with that. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt the storyline could have been so good. The whole owning a bookshop and needing to get sales up, and Christmas time kind of being the perfect time to revamp the store and have the older character dynamic with the younger person to help out with the changing of times and stuff. It had so many good elements, and it could have been really good, but for some reason for me, I don't know if it was the narrator or not, but I just did not I always have hair problems. I'm sorry, you guys. It's been a whole week. It's only Wednesday, and it's been a whole week. I just don't know. Is this any better? No. I'm just gonna have to live with it. I think it was. I think it was the characters that kind of let me down a little. I just didn't connect with them. They all had their individual issues and individual stories and, you know, family ties and all of that. Maybe there was just too much going on at once. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it. I just didn't I didn't love it, which is a bummer because I'm like a huge Christmas person and Christmas books. Like, I have high expectations for Christmas books. The next one I listened to was the Rehearsals by Annette Christie. And that was through my library, through the Libby app. That's rated 3.48 on Goodreads, and I rated it a 4. I thought it was well done. I mean, I flew through it in like 8 hours, I think. I think it took like one work day, and I liked it. I recommended it. The hardest part for me about audiobooks and rom-coms is they all kind of like blend together. So like at the end of the year, I can't tell you the characters' names or like the storylines because they don't really stand out to me, but I love listening to them. Like, they're good stories. They're fun. Okay, so this one was about a couple who they have issues that, well, how do I word this? It's like Groundhog's Day for their wedding. So they wake up and by the end of it, they have issues that they're, you know, not being completely honest with each other about like future plans or the past, and like there's a couple of different like twists and turns. But it was basically just a rom-com of like Groundhog's Day. Like, it kept happening over and over, and they felt like they needed to fix a part, but they didn't know what part they had to fix and that kind of thing. So it was a little repetitive, as expected. It's the same day over and over. But I still, like, it kept my attention throughout the entire thing. So I thought it was pretty good, especially for a debut novel. I think it did pretty well. Oy. Sorry, you guys. The next book I read was The Other Black Girl by Zakiyah Dalila Harris. And I gave that 3 stars. I would say the first 75% of it. I thought it was very well done as far as like the commentary on this, I guess, the social dynamic in the workplace. Like, it brought up a lot of important issues in the writing world and the publishing world, and I kind of felt like it was in the same realm as like Such a Fun Age, or what's the other one, When No One Is Watching, I think. It kind of felt like that for me. I just felt like as far as the way it wrapped up at the end, it wasn't my favorite, but I think the beginning started off so strong. The middle, you know, it had like little digs and twists, and I liked it for the most part. So I did put 3 just because, I mean, I enjoyed it and I would recommend it, but I just kind of wish it ended a little bit stronger. Sorry, I'm just looking at my Goodreads for my notes. Oh yes, okay, so then I started off November with actually 2. Oh, I had a lot more books in November than I thought. We Were Never Here by Andrea Bartz. I finished in November. That one's rated 3.6 on Goodreads, and I rated it 4 and said it was very good. I don't like doing like a whole description or synopsis in Goodreads. I just like rating it what I thought, you know, star-wise it goes with. If it's half points, I do write like that, and sometimes I do write notes or quotes, but I don't normally like doing like a full synopsis on it, just because for me Goodreads that's not what it is for me. It's like kind of a log of everything that I've read, everything I want to read. Like, I keep track of stuff there. I don't necessarily want to like be a reviewer in that aspect on Goodreads. I thought this started off really strong. Emily goes on a trip with her friend Kristen, and something happens, and let's just say there's blood and guts involved. And so something happens. It reminds Emily of something that happened the year before. She wants to know, like, is this a coincidence? Is it just in my head? Like, is what's happening really happening, kind of thing. And then, you know, after the trip, it's like well, I mean, it is a thriller, but it's like it extends past the trip that they were on where the incidents happened, and then it goes into how Emily, you know, wants to start a relationship, and that kind of affects the friendship and some of the other things that are kind of misconstrued and misunderstood. So there was just a lot. I thought it was very well done. I very much like the twists and turns in it, and I think as far as a thriller goes, for me, like getting back into thrillers, that was like the perfect start to November for me. I really, really liked it. And then after that, I listened to For Your Own Good by Samantha Downing, and I honestly don't remember much about this one. I remember reading her other book too, My Lovely Wife, and I think I gave the same rating. I gave it a 3. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Okay, so my little blurb said, I liked it. I think the push and pull between the characters was well played. It was fast paced, back and forth between I think this person did it and I think that person did it. I think it's easily forgettable. And to me, I think that's just an aspect of any thriller. Certain genres for me sometimes just aren't memorable. And I don't know if it's because they're just fast-paced and for some reason my memory like can't focus for that long, but like I tend to notice that like rom-coms, just like easier like reading wise, like stuff that I fly through, for some reason I don't remember as much as the ones that like take me longer. And like 999 I'm gonna remember forever because I read most of it out loud and it was a lot of information and it was historical. So are thrillers bad? No. I mean, I liked it. I liked it more than her other book. I just, I'm not sure that, I mean, I'll still keep reading the genre. I just don't think it's, I don't know. It's definitely a seasonal thing. I'll read it once a year and that's fine. Or, you know, if one comes out that seems like it's like spikes my interest or piques my interest, then I will. And then the last one I read in November was When the Stars Go Dark by Paula McLean. And I loved her other book. I think it's A Paris Wife or The Paris Wife, about Ernest Hemingway and his wife. I loved it. And then I picked up another one of her books and I actually haven't gotten it to it yet. It's still on my shelf. Something about like chasing the sun or something, or circle around the sun. But When the Stars Go Dark, I finished early November in one of my other blogs, and it was about Anna Hart, who is a missing persons detective, and it goes into her relationship, about her searching for this girl and issues within her past, you know, and her family and her kid and her past experiences in life. I thought it was very well written. I really do like Paula McLean's writing. I did give that a 3, but I agree with what it says on Goodreads. It says, from the New York Times bestselling author of The Paris Wife comes a novel of intertwined destinies and heart-wrenching suspense, a detective hiding away from the world. So I feel like it had similar vibes to a lot of other thrillers about like the hideaway detective and who has a messed up background and that kind of thing. But I did like how developed her characters were, and it was one that kept me wanting to see what happens in the end. It kept my attention the whole time. I thought that one was very well done. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 audiobooks and 1 physical book. Honestly, doesn't surprise me. Between the holidays and everything else, it's been very crazy. And I feel like yesterday was like a frustrating day for me, and today was a little bit better, but still like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like winter blues or if I'm just overwhelmed. I think that's it. I definitely do struggle with anxiety, and if I'm not consistent with the medication that I normally take, I do feel myself kind of like temperamental a little bit, and obviously spikes my anxiety a little bit. But anyway, I'm not trying to like go into a big thing. What I am reading now. Okay, so I picked up today. Yesterday was the publication date, I think, November 30th. It is Dava Shastri's Last Day by, I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, Kirthana Ramasetti. There we go. I love it. Love it, love it. I've already recommended it to one person and I'm about halfway through. It's a very, very fast read. reminds me, I would say, a mix between, I'm trying to think, Kevin Kwan's series. Oh, what is that? Crazy Rich Asians. That like family dynamic is coming through very strong in this book, which I love. With a touch of, I would say, like Evelyn Hugo, in the sense of having a background from a person well known, that kind of thing. I think it's a very good mix between the two. I'm a big fan so far, 100% loving it. I did also start I think it's downstairs, Last Christmas in Paris. I did start that. I'm only a couple of pages in because I actually fell asleep reading it. But that's nothing against the book at all. I just have been super tired and want to go to bed. So, but yeah, I did put down Ninth House for now. I think now that I put it down, I do want to finish it. Hopefully I can finish it before the end of the year. I want to see how it ends. It's just when I'm in it, I'm like, I feel like I'm reading this so slow and it's taking forever. But I am thinking about it, and so I feel like if my interest is still there, I should continue it as much as I can. So my goal this week is to film another video, and then I still have to post last week's. I know it's gonna be so late, but what can you do? I like have no storage anywhere, like computer, phone, nowhere. So I had half of it done and then it deleted. So then I started doing it again, and then there was no storage, so then I had to delete other stuff, and then there was storage, and then I had to redo the entire thing. It's been like, I'm over it. So I am gonna get that up today, finish the audiobook hopefully by Friday, and then I can pick up a different audiobook. Audiobooks for me are like clutch lately, because when the kids aren't here, it's just something to listen to while I'm working. Definitely like audiobook season right now. But yeah, I also wanted to say that I mean, and this has been since like last month or 2 months ago, but I completed my Goodreads challenge. I'm at 112 books and my goal was 100. So I cannot wait to go over what I read, what my favorites were, all of that stuff. I have a couple of holiday plans coming up, like a cookie swap and kids like Christmas concert at school. I have wine tastings, and then, you know, just family coming in for the holiday, and oh, it's just overwhelming. We'll update you guys soon with another video. Hopefully I get these two up today. And keep reading. I hope everyone stays happy and healthy, and you have a good night and good week, and I will see you soon. Bye.